Just over a month from the American election, and Kamala Harris is looking to gain ground on two key issues, the economy and the border. Her Republican opponent, Donald Trump, is leading on both fronts. These are his strengths. But is there enough time for her to gain ground in these areas? Joining me now is Jim Kessler. He previously served on the Legislative and Policy as director to Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. Jim, great to see you. So these are Trump's natural areas of strength, I would say. She has gained ground on him, but he's still ahead. Can she do it?
Well, she needs to get closer. She doesn't need to beat Trump on the border, and she doesn't need to beat Trump on the economy, but she needs to draw closer.
Sorry to interrupt, but why not? Because they are the two vote-driving issues in the swing states, aren't they?
They are, but there's other issues in which she's beating Trump by a large margin. For example, on the issue of abortion rights and on civility and democracy and those, like, she's got a strong edge there. People need to feel confident enough about her on the economy and the border. She's made a strong play on both, really taking centrist positions, using centrist language, pledging to go to the border. This is a place where Democrats have trailed really for the last several years, and she needs to make up ground.
What is she going to do about the border?
Well, there is a story to tell. So illegal border crossings are way down this year after executive actions that were taken by the Biden-Harris administration. And there was a bipartisan border security bill that really was the toughest in 30 years that should have passed. Donald Trump stopped it. So there is a story to tell that says, look, we're trying to solve problems, and he's trying to use problems to elect him. And that's the case she has to make. Look, it's helped her gain ground. Will it get her all the way to where she needs to go? I think she needs to demonstrate a little bit more.
Yeah, and especially in a cost of living crisis, which is going on in America like it is here in Australia at the moment. The economy is going to be number one. Let me ask you about the VP debate. In many ways, it doesn't matter because it's not quite the main game. But I think the contrast between Walz and Vance is going to be absolutely fascinating and could be quite crucial for Donald Trump in particular, because I think, JD Vance goes into this with all the risk, doesn't he?
JD Vance came into the vice presidency and immediately just kind of had a couple of gaffes, and his popularity dropped, and he's become a little bit of a laughingstock. And Walz was chosen, and he's sort of risen above it. So I think JD Vance has an opportunity and a risk to, he's got an opportunity to just kind of change the reputation about him.
Yeah.
I think for Walz, the opportunity there is he can appeal to rural voters where Democrats and Kamala Harris are weak. He comes from a rural area. He's a longtime gun owner. He's a former football coach. If Harris can make inroads in rural areas through Walz, she'll win. And, Vance needs to try and stop that.
I can't wait to see it. It'll be absolutely fascinating because we're not going to get another presidential debate. And so this VP debate will be the next best thing. Jim, thanks so much. Great to talk to you.
Thank you.